Hi, thanks so much for joining. My name is Kat Venus, and this is Aphrodite Set Free. When you don't allow people around you to feel negatively, you're creating resistance to negative emotions. And what's happening is, instead of integrating the negative and positive polarities that exist within yourself and all of us, you are choosing one and ignoring the other. We've been programmed that positive emotions are good, negative emotions are bad. And we have learned to ignore the negative feelings in order to be accepted, in order to fit in order to be loved, and to be swallowed. So those parts of ourselves that are wild, free, fierce, dark, those parts are less digestible and less acceptable. So what happens is that people will shush those parts of themselves and those parts in others when they see it, because they think that it's a bad thing. So what you're doing, what many of us do when we're around our friends, around loved ones, and they're experiencing a negative emotion, we automatically assume that this is something to be fixed, and we want to solve it, we want to help and get them out of that emotion. But what we don't realize, what's happening when we do this, is that there's a resistance that's happening then, and it's a rejection towards that part of ourselves, towards that part of your loved one or others, and you're not allowing them to fully feel everything that they need to feel, and you're not allowing them to integrate that within themselves. So this is why it's so important. You're not allowing them to be on their journey. This is something that I personally have had to learn, and this is something that I'm still learning, because I'm the type of person where I'm empathetic. I can feel the emotions around me, and if somebody near me that I love is feeling bad, or even a stranger, honestly, my immediately first thing to do is I want to try to help and help uplift them. But that is not giving them a safe space to feel everything they need to feel. We have been taught that it is scary and bad to feel negative, and we want to just completely fight it and ignore it and send those demons to hell, right? That's not loving though. That's not unconditional love. What would be the loving thing to do is to look at that emotion, accept it, and say, it is okay to feel this way. I love you just the way you are. You're beautiful just the way you are. And I accept you. You don't need to change. And ironically, that's when the negative does get transmuted into positive, into love and light. But that is not the goal, because there is so much value in feeling the negative emotions. There is value in challenges. So if you see the person next to you struggling with something, they're trying to figure something out, don't be so quick to jump in and save the day and be a helping hand. Let them struggle. Let them be challenged, because challenges help us grow. Don't deny them the chance to grow. I'm not saying don't be there for the people that you love and give them support, but the way you give them support can be through Be a listening ear. Be there energetically, be there in presence with your body, and creates this safe, loving, accepting space. Don't try to change or get them out of this bad, dark place. This is all part of the learning experience, and this is their learning experience that they're having. So don't deny them of it. Don't take it away. It's okay to feel negative emotions. And if you guys really want to know the ironic truth behind all of this, of the people that are helping, the heroes are the ones who they themselves deem negative emotions as bad, and they themselves are not fully integrated. So the psychology behind this, what's happening is that they haven't done the inner work themselves, and so they don't feel safe because that is an unknown environment for them, because they've never gone into it. It's uncomfortable. Growth, newness is uncomfortable. It's unfamiliar territory for them. They are not fully integrated, so they will deny you of that integration. Or if you're the hero, you're the one denying them. And so integrating the dark and the light in ourselves, accepting both fully forgiving ourselves by truly understanding and feeling, getting to the point where you realize there's nothing to be forgiven. And then when you get to this place, you see that it's okay and that it actually was a beautiful experience, because that contrast is what is creating life. So there's respect for it. When integration is denied, it is not respecting the polarity, dark versus light, good versus evil. The way we have been dealing with this for thousands of years, we've been thinking that in order to save love, we must deny hate and fight it. But what if all is one, all is part of the whole, and that's not true love? That would be false love, but true love would be to accept, and together it is one. And I know that it can be scary, and it feels like if you're accepting the bad feelings, that you're going to create more of it, and that you're choosing to feel that way, and it's going to be what continues to happen. But I promise you, that's not what happens if you're truly loving it. If you're focusing on it and dwelling it and resisting to it, it will be creating more of it, fighting it. But when you accept things for as they are, you accept people for as they are, people and all of their emotions, all of their complexities, you accept it all together, then you're going to have a genuine relationship with them. You are going to give them this love that will truly be healing, not this false love that is trying to change their negative into positive. That's not healing. That's not going to heal them. That's just going to suppress and deny. And those negative emotions didn't get transmuted. They didn't go anywhere. They're still there. You just don't see them. And that might make you feel better, but that's not loving of you. The most loving thing to do would be to say, this is ugly and I'm going to look at it and accept it anyways. But it's not loving of you to say, this is ugly and we're going to change it. Crying, screaming, anger, feelings of anger, they are okay. Raising your voice, feeling emotions is okay. If you're with somebody who's going through something and they are letting it out, that's okay. There's no need for you to say that is immature, that is ugly, that is unacceptable behavior. that is, like you can't control yourself. Well, actually, maybe that is more controlling of themselves because they aren't suppressing it, and then the subconscious is going to be leading your life for you, and those suppressed negative emotions, that's not control over your life. That's the negative is going to be subconsciously choosing everything for you. True control would be to have everything out in the open, and then you can make consciously aware decisions. But when you're denying those parts of yourself and you look at somebody that's being, emotional, if somebody's being emotional and you are judging them for that, and you're judging the emotion, then get off of your high horse, because that is you, that's a reflection of you, and that's everything inside of you that you're denying and hiding. So you actually have nothing to be proud of. So what is important for you to get from this message is that when you see people struggling and you think that that is a problem, then stop for a second and recognize that problems lead to solutions. And a lot of times these people will grow from the experience of coming up with solutions. Nothing teaches the way experience teaches. You can't tell somebody something and they will learn it truly. They have to go through it themselves to actually learn it and integrate it into themselves. This is a unique thing for each human and individual. This is a right, a birthright that each of us has, to go through experiences and to learn from them and to integrate them into parts of ourselves. So stop trying to control everything and everyone around you, because even though something might look like a problem, it might not necessarily be a problem. It might be a learning experience. You don't need to fix it and solve it for them and get them to the end of it, because life is about the journey. It's not about the destination. And the more we can realize this and actually live like this, the more that life is going to become an entire learning experience, and there won't be so much judgment towards what is good and bad. There will be the following of true love, true heart, true essences, and we will be living on this energetic level that is leading the way towards love and light, of love and light, but it won't be with judgment of it. It will be this beautiful journey, this adventure, just like when you're watching a movie and it's an adventure. That's your life. You are the protagonist. This is for each individual. They're their own protagonist. So did the protagonist in the adventure get to the end right away? And yeah, there was good, there was bad. You laughed, you cried. There was really sad and hard moments, but that was part of the movie. That was part of your movie. And it's terrible, and it's beautiful, and it's something that can't be conceptualized. It's more than you realize, than we realize. We don't understand what's going on. We don't know. Life is so short, and don't try to take any part of it away, because it's already so short. And all of it is part of this beautiful song that has ups and downs. This melody where there's a climax and a fall, and another climax and another fall. Again and again. Once you can let go and listen to the song, that is your life and others. Then you can start to dance. One last thing that I'd like to add is that people are stronger than you realize. Even if they are weak, give them the chance to become strong. And people are more adaptable than you realize. You don't need to protect them, because by protecting them, you're actually harming them. So let them grow and have faith in them. And I know it's scary to let go of control. And you just want everybody to be okay. But consider the fact that you're doing more harm than good by not allowing people to fully experience their emotions and hardships. Let them figure out their strengths, their skills. Let them build their skills. Let them figure out who they are. This is how we get to know ourselves truly at a deeper level, is by going through hardships. We start to learn who we are and what our skills are. So our strengths and weaknesses. So let them figure those things out, because that's part of being human, and life is messy, it's not perfect, and that's part of the journey. And if everything was just perfect, then there would be nothing. So have some respect. Have some respect by releasing control and judgment. This is the way to truly respect life. By releasing control and judgment, this will truly respect others and their choices, the choices they make, their decisions, their growth journey, their journey. It doesn't even need to be about growth. It's just their movie, their journey. And yeah, thank you so much for listening. I hope that this message is helpful in your life, makes a positive difference, or negative. Just kidding. I hope you have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you in the next one.